The University of Tolima was officially inaugurated in March 12, 1955. In 1956, the first programs to be created were agronomical engineering, nursing, and fine arts. In the 90s, the University of Tolima starts offering postgraduate programs and improving the academic level in all the previous programs. The purpose of this documentary is to shed some light regarding the opinions about the BA in English program community, including professors, students, and the head of the program. They will share their impressions about the structure of the BA in English program and the university in general.
The mission of the Bachelor in the English program is to train integral English teachers with high communicative and intercultural competence, with pedagogical and didactic knowledge and abilities to optimize the teacher of the foreign language in the region and the country through reflection and research.
Being a leader in the integral and interdisciplinary education of English teachers through research and reflections, transforming didactic, curricular, and pedagogical processes in the foreign language educational field, regarding the needs of the local and global context.
I chose the university because of the benefits that I've heard from previous graduates. I know that this university has a really great reputation in terms of language studies, which I really kept into account while I was choosing the degree that I wanted to study and the university that I, obviously chose. I also think that it offers different topics related to the study of English rather than other languages. I know that we study French, but our main purpose is to study the importance of English as well as the different strategies that we can implement and different trends that we can implement in today's education needs. So I really enjoyed the fact and I appreciate the fact that the university is so devoted and this degree is so devoted to catering to the needs and interests of students.
Well, I chose this university because it's the best in the region and because it's affordable and it's a public university and my siblings have studied here and I've heard good things about it regardless of the issues, with the money, profit, the strikes and everything, but I liked it so far.
I decided to study here in the University of Tolima because I heard many comments about it and because I heard as well that the English had a good level here in the university.
Well, I chose this university because I think that not only this university have like a good level of education and it is good in academic topics, but also because I think that this is also a diversity because you can find here not only the library but also like arts, music. It is a good alternative to study here, and all the time when I was a child or when I was at school I wanted to be here at the university because of that.
I think that this program offers really great courses. It offers great professors that have a great deal of experience in the teaching and implementing of new strategies. And I think that the program has also shown me the importance of being a teacher with communicative purposes. It's shown me the importance of teaching English because I want to develop in potential citizens other factors that will help them be better people, not just here in our local context, but also all over the world. And being that English is a universal language, it will demonstrate them the importance of those interpersonal relationships that they can develop all across the world.
Well, I chose the BA because of the language, because of English, you know. I wanted to improve my skills. I think I was good at school, and well, this was like the main degree to study English. And yeah, and I also wanted to travel to go to places, and well, the BA gives a lot of opportunities to people who study BA in English.
Because I really like the language. I like to communicate with others, and it doesn't matter the language that I can talk, but like that this career like give me that the opportunity to communicate with others, to know about cultures, behaviors, and all this about according to, for example, countries and stuff. And that's what I choose this career, not just because I wanted to be a teacher, because I really like to teach others, but also to have like that bridge of communication with others.
When I started the program, I never thought of to be an English teacher. I was thinking probably to realize as an interpreter or as a translator, but later on in the program and with the experience that I had as a teacher, I really want to become as an English teacher. I think that I have lots of things to improve in my teacher style and also to afford to the society. So I believe that now it will be like a dream, but it will be like a good purpose to be a teacher as English.
Not a dream, because I think that is like my second option in life. I really want to travel and experiment other things, not like be a formal teacher. Probably I can be other things, but just because I have the language, because I acquired the language, I can do whatever I want. And that's like something very beautiful in this career, that you can choose not only to select one profession, but also like other things in your life. So it's not my dream, but I really like that this exercise of teaching.
Well, that's a tough question. Well, when you're a student, you can criticize. You think nothing's perfect. Well, some students can think of it, but some of the teachers, maybe they're well prepared, but they became lazy with the time. Maybe they have been teachers for so many years that they don't innovate, they don't update their methodology, and sometimes you think they need to be changed to see other options. But I think so far most of the teachers are well prepared. I mean, this university doesn't choose any teacher at random, like you're a teacher and you can just come in. No, you have to be well prepared. You have to have studied studies. And yes, maybe some teachers are not well prepared because they are from subjects that don't really matter in the degree. But most of the teachers are well prepared. I mean, you are a student, you can criticize, but when you're in their shoes, well, that's another story, right?
Okay, yeah, I believe that is a wide question because we can't just found teachers. I'm not sure if we can just talk about if they are well prepared or not, because we already know that to be professor needs that they are prepared. However, I believe that some of them needs to probably improve something that just to become better teacher, not well prepared but just better teacher. And in the case, for example, some of them with pronunciation or or regarding probably teaching styles as well, because some of them still being so traditional or so basic in some aspects, so they need to grow into most those styles. And also I found really good teachers that taught me about many aspects of pronunciation or linguistics or concern about the language and the teaching style that made me feel confident and improve my not only my English language but also my teaching style.
Well, the BA in English program is an amazing program that exists here at the university, in which people can just take advantage of the different resources we have, and people can just exploit different skills, and people can contribute to the society because we can have different ways to enhancing the processes inside a classroom. As you know, there are a lot of weaknesses in Colombia, and we try just to have like a different perspective for people to have a different option to manage classes with teenagers, with kids, or even with adults, because we don't know if people who are going to be professional in this career are going to have probably a job in another kind of context. But I think that this is an amazing program. I think that you can have a lot of resources, and the students can acquire skills that probably are really difficult to acquire in other institutions. And I think that creativity is one of the features you can find here at the university. If you have a lot of ideas about how to deal with a class, with the resources, and you know how to deal with the different kind of behaviors and the different population, I think that people have like a different way to face problems in a classroom.
I think the BA in English program is a very solid program. It provides students with a lot of tools that will help them to face their professional life, not only in terms of language but also in terms of pedagogy and teaching in general. I think teachers are very committed with the program, and teachers are always looking for new ways to help students to achieve their goals and be trained as teachers for these times and these special moments we're living as a country, right? Of course, we still have things to improve, but I think that one of the advantages we have is the permanent evaluation we do right in our program, always trying to find our strengths and our weaknesses and trying to find ways to overcome those situations. So I think that permanent evaluation and the permanent reflection on what we do and the ways, right, we use in our program helps us to be in a permanent improvement.
Well, that's an interesting question. Here at the university, it depends on the prior knowledge of the students and also the energy that the teacher is just giving to the students. Related to the first one, I think that when you have a good experience in a language, probably you continue with the same motivation to continue to learn every day. And when you are going to ask for an activity, the students are going to demonstrate that they are really engaged in that activity. Nevertheless, sometimes we can find students that are not very connected with activities because they prefer just to chat, or probably to go outside to buy something else, or sometimes even to be absent in a class because they believe that is not going to help them a lot. And the other part is the teacher's energy, because if your professor is just talking and talking in a classroom, but the teacher is not giving or providing opportunities to students to move and to connect ideas and to play and to reflect on what they are doing, probably it's going to be something monotonous and learners are not going to be very interested in. And that's why sometimes you can see some classes in which people prefer to stop or to stand up in a class and just to go outside and to come back again, and it's like a routine every single class. And sometimes they are bored and they are not able to talk to the professor because they believe that probably that professor is going to react badly. And that's why I think that this is just related to to both, no, to both parts, students and teachers.
Students' behavior. Well, I think in general our students are very respectful, and in general they are committed with their work. From my experience, I found students who really, who enjoy participating, working in class and learning, right? So I think in general terms, we have good students in our program in terms of respect and in terms of their class performance, right? Of course, there are students who are very lazy. There are students who want to get things easily and without any effort. But I think that is not the majority of the students. Most of our students, they really want to be here and they like what they do. In terms of motivation, well, that is a very interesting process in students, because there are many students who enroll this program without without being aware what to be a teacher means. And some of them don't want to be teachers, but it is very interesting how throughout the development and while they move from one semester to another, they start changing these perspectives, right? And they start like finding and making sense of what teaching is, right? So that is a very interesting process. And that factor plays a very important role in motivation. So I'd say that motivation of students depends on their involvement in class, how meaningful the course is for them, the way they are treated in each course, and the challenges they have in each course. So I cannot generalize, because I think there are many factors influencing that motivation, right? And it depends. It depends on the course, it depends on the methodology used by the teacher, it depends on the teacher itself. So I think that in general, from my perspective, especially for students from 6th semester and up, they are engaged with the process. But I cannot say anything about students from the very beginning courses, yeah.
Well, this is something that is real. I mean, at this moment, I have already analyzed some of them because I don't know the pensum from the beginning. I mean, from first semester until the rest of the career. But just I noticed that there are some topics that probably we can change, because commonly students are going to face situations that we're not seeing here in the classrooms. So I would suggest something related to, for example, to strategies to how to deal with students with misbehavior, or for example, how to react with students with special needs, or for example, how to deal with classes in which you're not going to have even a pen or a pencil to work. Because when the students are outside, they are going to face these kind of weaknesses, and commonly people are going to work in the country, and there probably they're not going to have even a book, and that's really hard, because if you just try to follow the steps and you don't have resources, you need to have more creativity, and I think that it's like a need in the pensum, just to try to raise awareness of some weaknesses, and the weaknesses are just to create like those kind of topics that can just enhance the profile of the students in this career.
In fact, we're working on that. Yes, I think all the time we feel the necessity to modify things, right? Because learning is not a static process. So, and all the time we need to make changes, and because we try things and we realize that things could work better in a different way. So I think that is a permanent task. Right now we modified the pencil, La Maya, because of the requirements of the Ministry of Education, but also because of the challenges we're facing, and because of the experience we had with these with the previous semesters, right? So I think that changes in the pensum should be a permanent discussion in our program, and it's been a permanent discussion. That's why from the Comité Curricular we have made a lot of decisions in terms of curriculum, in terms of some classes and subjects, and so I think it should be a permanent discussion in our program. Mm-hmm.
That is a very general question. I believe we have a very solid program. I mean, it has good characteristics. It was created through a long process of hard work, thinking, making decisions. So I believe it is of a very, very good quality in general terms. But you have more questions, so I will wait for your other questions. Well, I graduated from this university long ago, and I started working as a part-time teacher like 1998 or something like that. I can't remember very well. The thing is that it's like I feel the connection, obviously, because I graduated from here. I knew many of the teachers that were here a few years ago. And the main reason is that I was working just as an English teacher in my previous job, and there is a time in which you feel like I want to do something else. And when I started to work with the Ministry of Education and the British Council on training teachers, so I knew that this is what I really wanted to do. I'm not saying that I don't want to teach English anymore, but what I'm saying is that I wanted to work on helping teachers develop professionally, and that is the main reason I like what we do here, that is preparing you guys for becoming excellent teachers and improving the level of English at the schools and all these changes that we expect to happen in the future. So that, I would say, is the main reason. And obviously it's like I didn't want to travel to other cities, and then having the opportunity to work here for me was perfect. I certainly do. It is not perfect, obviously, and there is always room for improvement, and that's what we need to do as in the curricular committee. We need to work on identifying our weaknesses and try to work on improving them. And that's why, for example, this new program that is going to be created, or that is going to substitute the one we have, is based precisely on students' comments, on comments of the students who already graduated, on our teachers as well. Obviously, we have a look at policies and so many things that are happening in these moments with the Ministry of Education. So what we have built is the result of a lot of work, thinking, analyzing, and obviously obeying rules from the ministry and all these other kind of norms that appear, because it's not only what we want to do, but we need to do things based on what the ministry indicates. But I believe it's good, and I believe you are given lots of opportunities to discuss, to analyze, to reflect on what happens in the classroom. So, for example, with practicum classes and didactics, it's not like theory and theory and theory, but it's that theory, how does it fit in our context? So what of that theory we can really consider or implement in the classrooms? So I believe it's solid. It's the theoretical part, but then it's also the possibility of you to go out there, see what is happening, and see how much of it we can implement, or what other strategies we need to consider and try to implement. I think more or less I answered that question in the previous one, but as I said, here is just part of your career, yeah, the basis, let's say. And if you are a reflective person, a reflective teacher, and you are in a context in which you face difficulties, obviously, it's like here we don't give you the answer or the solution to every situation or every problem. But if you understand that you can reflect, that you can try and implement new things, evaluate them and see how they work, and if they don't, then try new things. So I think that is the cycle. It's not like we give you the answer for everything. It's that as you encounter difficulties, you are able to think about ways of solving them, try different ways. And I would say that yes, obviously there is the other part that is yourself as a professional. If you just feel comfortable where you are, if you're in the safe zone, so, and you remain there, or if you are this person who is always looking for improvement. It really depends also on everyone. Today is the 8th of June, yes? The ministry is supposed to answer to give results tomorrow, the 9th. I said that we did what we were asked to, that we devoted time, effort, and that we achieved everything that we aimed at during that process. Documents, everything they asked was sent. We have the partners who came to visit, remember, and they have some meetings with the students, with people who were already graduated, with employers. So, and the report they gave us was very positive. So we're positive in the sense that we have done a good job, that we really fulfilled all deadlines and everything. But we're just waiting for their answer, their concept, that's the way they call it. Anyhow, the ministry approved another regulation that gives like 32 months more for the programs that were not able to apply for this, or I believe they are also thinking of those programs that may not pass, so they have the chance of other 32 months. It's a strategy. I believe they gave that strategy because of a reason, right? But what I want to say is that we were positive with the visit of these academic pairs, and we just need to wait. But if the answer were no, it's not the end of it. I mean, we still could be part of the process and work on any suggestions that they give us according to the results.